Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Hooga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane. How you doing tonight, Sally?
I am doing great. I really am doing great. We're here early, and that just makes me so happy. As everybody knows, this is our favorite hour of the week, and we already have some of our viewers here. We've got Mary Ann and the High Priestess Tarot, Bianca, Lynette, and Bubbles. Okay, so and Starfall. Hi, everybody. We're just going to jump right in. Now, I do have a write-in question from Divine Tarot Readings, but I don't see him yet. So we'll wait till we see him, and then I'll do Divine Tarot Readings reading. But we'll start out with Mary Ann, who wants a general reading, please. Okay, Mary Ann, and as you can tell, I'm using the Pamela Coleman Smith deck. And we'll just see where Maryam is north, east, south, and west. All right. Hi, Jess. And so north, which is your grounding, which is where you're at in life. I'm seeing that you've sorted some things out. You're moving more toward what makes me happy, other than what makes me rich. So you're thinking about what you really want to do, as opposed to what others tell you you're supposed to do. So it's good on you that you're finding your own path. I do think that when you look over the next couple of months, that you will be evolving. Okay, so let's see, East, what messages are coming your way? Okay, so you've got the King of Pentacles here. And the King of Pentacles is a country gentleman. He's a businessman, and he holds a coin. He has an offer for you. So that's what that's what the wind has been bringing in, is offers. So I think that right now you're looking at what's on the distance. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe one of these was maybe two or three of wands. Anyhow, let's move on to your south, your passion. Okay, so let's see where your fire is. Fire is justice. And I say that because you've got, in the area of passion, you've got the Seven of Swords reversed. And Seven of Swords is sort of the worst kind of cheater, the worst kind of thief. And when it's in the area of your passion, of course, becoming a thief, I don't think is your passion. But I do think that there's this idea of justice, of making this right. And that's just the feeling, because it's in the area of passion. So I do think that you're working hard to think of ways to right old wrongs. And this might be in a general sense of the word, like a public defender or something along those lines. Oh, good, good, good. Okay, so what I see for you, Maryam, is you are changing your outlook. You are changing the way you look at things. You have had some opportunities come in, and it looks like you're going to take up on them, because I do see an easing around money for you over the next couple of months. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. And next, can you put that up just a little bit? Oh, yeah, the High Priestess. Okay. And the High Priestess, oh yes. We're looking at family court. We're looking at justice issues and custody issues. And of course, I'm not a lawyer, and this is for entertainment purposes only, but it's something important. It's something that feeds into the heart. And I've actually been through it, so I can appreciate how difficult and stressful it is. Even if you're the best mother in the world, if you've got somebody out there that's challenging your position as mother, well, it brings out a special kind of tiger in us. Okay, so let's see. North, east, south, and west. Okay, so you're the basis of this whole thing. You've got the King of Wands, and this King of Wands reversed. And, well, court custody, you don't have to be you don't need a crystal ball to know that you've got an ex-husband that might be a bit of a word that rhymes with sick, starts with P and R. Okay, so anyhow, that's what that is exactly what the cards are saying to me. I can only repeat it, that at the core of it, you're dealing with a man who's being Okay, so East, the messages that have come in, and I do see you moving to calmer waters. So I think that things, they're kind of, I think that the scales of justice are in your favor more than you know. It's just that they are balancing out for the child, but you are moving to calmer waters. So there is going to be some resolution here. In areas of custody, there really it never is a final solution until a child turns 18, and sometimes not even then. But what I see in as things are going along, you're kind of getting your life together. Things are getting calmer for you, and I'm assuming this is you and your daughter. And this whole idea of moving away has brought a kind of a freedom from stress and a freedom from worry. And I think that goes beyond financial stress and worry to emotional stress and worry. So you are going in a more peaceable direction, and I do see your daughter next to you. So we look in the area of your passion, and you've got the Six of Pentacles, but Six of Pentacles reversed. And it feels almost like, yeah, it feels like this isn't really about the child, it's about the money. And he's just pleading poverty, and yet I can provide a better home. Just this whole thing is really turned upside down, and it turns justice upside down. Because kind of while he is negotiating, while he's going for custody, he's also working on getting lower child support, and it's about the money, it's about the money, it's about the money. So let's see how things flow for you, because that's important. Okay, so sooner or later they have to put their foot down. Sooner or later they got to say, okay, enough is enough, move on, this is final. So he's drug it out just about as far as he can. And so there will be an end to this. And the number 6 comes up with the numbers. So I would say that the final resolution, the final documents, the final whatever has the June date on it. Okay, thank you for tuning in. And let's see who else we have. We have Bianca. And Bianca wants to know, is my Leo on his way back to me? Okay, so Bianca and her Leo.
This sounds like a great question for the wheel.
It does. What do you think, folks? Let's see how the wheel's going.
See what the wheel of possible outcome says. Well, Bianca, you should be so lucky. That sounds really annoying, that wheel.
That wheel does get annoying, Bianca. Let's see what the cards have to say. I'm just going to do a quick 3-card spread about your Leo coming back to you. Okay, so yes, he is. I don't think that's going to be on the terms you would like it to be, because you're going to have to make some decisions. Okay, thank you for tuning in, Bianca. Sorry, the wheel of possible outcomes is a little rude to you.
Happens sometimes.
It does indeed.
By design.
Yes.
Bubbles wants to know about love in May.
Okay.
Already given up on April. It's only the 4th, but that's it. We're done. Oh, the 3rd, whatever.
Okay, so Bubbles and love. And speaking of things coming up, now I will be doing some videos after the show. I think I'm going to look at Ukraine again, and of course, gotta look at the Trumps. I haven't looked at them in a long time, but watch this channel through the week as we put up the videos. You will notice that there is a video already up there on my Ukraine vision, and that one was a hard one to do. That's why I only did one last week. That was really difficult. I wasn't asking for timing or anything short term. I just wanted to know how it ended when I asked for the vision, and I followed that through with the tarot cards, and the tarot cards were just pretty much said the same thing that the vision did in a little bit more detail. It's a difficult situation there, and if you want to know what the cards said about how things end in Ukraine, you'll have to watch the video. Okay, So anyhow, we're on to
On the Bubbles
Bubbles.
Love Life.
Bubbles love life. Okay. Okay, so these are Bubbles love life. North, east, south, and west. Okay, so in the north, you've got the Hierophant and the Hierophant reversed. And so that's about doing things in an unconventional fashion, maybe breaking a few rules. And it's not lost on me that you got a 5 there and you were looking at May. So maybe step outside your norm for May. Let's see what the messages are coming in. And you've got 2 major arcana cards. So you were really right on May being a key month for you. I think that I see strength, but I feel like sometime in May, a casual relationship, maybe an acquaintance, it feels like somebody you know, something turns into something more. So it's not meeting somebody new, but an existing relationship taking a different turn in May. And then your passion, the world, and the first thing it said, it's not who you expect. That's right there. You have the world. So yeah, in May, the universe is sending you something very good for love. Be open, be receptive. No, it's just they're promising you that it's not going to be what you expected, no matter what it is you expect. All major arcana, and that coming into balance. You know, you've got the Archangel Michael there, and he's balancing 2 cups. And anybody that's familiar with the tarot knows that 2 of Cups is this idea of love. So love comes through for you very strong in May. So you better eat your Wheaties, take your Geritol, and get your rest up in April, because it looks like you're going to have a very intense May. Okay.
What's Geritol?
Oh, they used to, you know, some of the older folks out here who remember the Lawrence Wilkes show, he used to sell this iron-rich tonic called Geritol, and it was supposed to build your blood up.
I see. Because liver was no good.
Does anybody else here yeah, liver is high in iron.
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody else here dislike liver? What do you think, folks? Put a comment down there. Yes or no to liver?
Less or no to liver. Okay, mine is yes, depending on who made it.
I would have to agree.
Yeah, so basically, if I make it, yes. Who's next?
Okay.
All right.
I think we got Starfall next.
Starfall wants a general reading.
Oh, and look, she's got these really nice little starbursts. I like
starburst,
that.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. It's very vintage looking. Have to have a little sip there, Starfall. I know you don't mind. And general reading, please, for Starfall. And actually, I think I'm going to change to the Lenormand for Starfall. How about that? And I really like this. This is the Maybe Lenormand by Ryan Edwards. You can get it on Amazon. But I just like the they just seem to be simple and direct. So Starfall, a general reading. That's the Lenormand. And we'll go 5 across. And with the Lenormand, you don't read upside down. Okay, so when I look at what's happening, it looks at where you're coming from, it shows you are at the star period of life. And I'm looking at it, and one of the things I see with 6 is kind of like an opening up, a lowering of obstacles in the Lenormand. So it looks like you're really at a time when things are going well for you. When I look at where you've been, it looks like you have had some opportunities, some when I see the three fish like that, I just get this feeling of rolling water and things kind of churning around you. So life has changed in ways that you didn't expect. And yet, when I look at the near past, it looks like you've settled into a groove. So now you're kind of saying, well, am I in the right spot? And right now, it does feel like you're at the right spot. When I look at what's going ahead, you kind of get a little bit of a warning because that cat with the little kittens messing up the yarn, that talks about little annoyances. And so the universe is saying, okay, you know that there are going to be little annoyances, little things you have to iron out. But the word little is the operative word here. Okay. So life is bringing you more things because the threes kind of talk about more coming into your life. So even though there are annoyances on the road up ahead, take them in stride. Everything has its own annoyances. Don't let it get too far under your skin, and keep in mind this is all small stuff. And when I look through the summer, you've got the forest, and that is the idea of the forest and the trees. So I think you have a very active summer coming up, and it would be good for you to meditate a little bit because it feels like you're coming into a period of your life where it's really key for you to kind of keep your balance and especially keep your center because there's a lot of distractions happening with you through the summer. So make sure that you always keep your priorities straight. Okay, thank you for tuning in, Starfall.
Gem Girl wants to know about Chris.
What does Chris think of me? And thank you for tuning in, Gem Girl. Thank you for all of you for tuning in. And remember to like, that helps us out a lot. And of course, subscribe. I just dropped a card, which means I need to move on to a different deck. Okay, so we're at Gem Girl and Chris. And then we will look a little bit at Brother Medium Chris as well. And he had sent in a question. Okay, Gem Girl, Chris. Thank you. All right, so this pretty much well says it all, Gem Girl. The card that fell out of the deck and fell to the floor is, I think it's called the Garden, but when I look at this, I always see it as a promising new beginning. So I would say stay on your good behavior. He thinks there's potential here. He's got his own challenges and his own demons to work through. I think you have somebody that may have been hurt before. And since I did pull these out, I'm just going to put out three quick, see what the tarot has to say. All right, so okay, so what does Chris think of you? He sees potential here. I'm just just a little concerned about how high his bar is. I worry that he might be one of these people that will always make you feel like you're not quite good enough. You're good enough to stick around, but you're not quite as good as my family kind of thing. I hate to trash talk somebody, but when I see these two upside down, it's kind of like, well, yeah, we could be lovers. Yeah, I know that I love her. And I do know I want to be this guy. I want to be the family man that, but I don't know whether I really want to totally give myself heart and soul. And so with Chris, I just worry about not about the lack of love, but the kind of holding back and the attitude a little bit. So the question was, what does he think of what does he think of me? That's the best way for me to put it. He sees potential here, but I don't think it's enough. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so if you want.
Okay, and our next question comes from Jessica, who wants to know about the week ahead.
Okay, so And yes, I see you, Brother Medium. Okay, so we're going to do, in order, Jessica. Sneak peek at my week ahead. All right, so we're going to do the northeast, southwest of the week. Okay, so this week you're going to have, it looks like you're coming in at kind of a stall, and the word cancellation comes through. So I think you're going to find some trips either canceled or postponed, even though it starts out like the messages and the plans and the goals here have to do with honing one's skill set. But I think as far as travel, that's going to be put on hold. So they may actually opt to do a phone meeting or a Zoom meeting instead of doing that travel in person kind of thing. They still get that kind of inertia sort of feeling with the going forward. And in the area of the passion, that this is a week that does have planning, commitment, collaborations, and there is this this new beginning, this Ace of Swords. So things are going good. I think that it's just the face to face stuff. This is a lot of this is going to be on the online or over the phone. Oh, well, actually, this week looks like it's heading in a pretty good direction. Even though you don't have the online, it looks like your work. There's planning and things are being solidified and gelled up. There's still a new beginning here. I like the feeling that I get here. And then when we look at the flow of things and how things are going, we've got the King of Cups. I wonder if we have a love interest coming in. He just has this really nice, comfortable, easy, slippers and pipe kind of feel to him. Okay. So, good week.
All right, next we're going to do Lynette, and then we're going to get to Chris.
Okay, Lynette. And Lynette wants to know, I'm thinking about starting a new career path. Would I be happy and successful as a wildlife biologist? That's pretty specific, Lynette. Okay. Oh, look at Lynette's career path. Wildlife biology is pretty interesting path to take. Just see your path in general, though. What if it's actually a marine biologist or an environmental engineer? Oh, it just okay. That's one. I heard that.
I didn't even say anything.
You didn't need to.
If I'm getting the one, I'm saying it.
Okay. So you've got some pretty positive cards here. It starts out with the Wheel of Fortune. Even though the Wheel of Fortune is upside down, that gives me the idea that you might be headed on the right road, but there might be changes of the path along the way. So it's like your final destination may be a little bit different here, Lynette, but this is a good time for you to get things active. And I don't mean like just planning or thinking or dreaming. I mean put one foot in front of the other and get that wheel turning. Because the sooner you get the wheel turning, the sooner you get to your final destination. When I look at the East and messages that have come in, you have gotten inspiration. You have gotten, there's this idea of doing what you love and doing work that feeds your heart. And it looks like that's kind of path you're choosing. It's very well aspected for you. You know, in the area of passion, you've got the lovers. This is something that you can find a career path that you love, and that it does have that my cup runneth over feel to it. So it could be wildlife biologist, but this is definitely time for you to start moving along your path, because there is something here that you love very much. And as far as the flow of things, you've got this Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune both seem to be related to each other. And it has to do with procrastination, because basically what it's saying is one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. This is a big goal, but you know how you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And then there's that old colloquialism: as the longest journey begins with a single step. You need to start taking the steps, as it looks like the universe is willing to help you out as long as you take the steps. Okay. Thank you for asking. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. So now we have Brother Medium Chris, and he had asked, he is going to be doing an event, and I hope he'll put the details, please, in the chat. So read the chat down below. He's doing an event in Breslau, and it'll be a chance for you to meet Chris, Brother Medium Chris, and it'll be a chance for you to check out some of the merchandise he has there, and he can talk about his experiences um, with Haunting Live and with the Divine Angel readings, and he'll also be offering readings, and that's in Breslau, which is just next to Kitchener. So, if you're interested, look down below. I'm sure he'll put a link and all the information so you can go and meet him. And I wanted to thank Chris too, because last week and the week before, you remember I had gotten a ghost story from some of our viewers down south, and that it was actually from two different people in two different perspectives. And I had called on my friends Chris and Eva to kind of weigh in last week. And Chris actually went that extra mile, and he got a hold of the viewer in question, and spoke to him for quite some time about the different ley lines and what have you. And the apparition that he was talking about was an apparition that he woke up and was floating above his head, and he punched at it. And I know I made a joke about that, and still makes me smile, the ghost puncher. Anyhow, I got a feeling of something really Civil War about it, but I thought I'd leave it in the hands of Chris, and he explained the ley lines in that, and I guess it was something from the Civil War. Chris, you can leave the details down. Anyhow, so let's see who's next. Oh, could you scroll up a little bit? High Priestess Tarot, that's so funny.
Patricia would like a general reading.
Okay. General reading for Patricia. See how Patricia's doing. She's got some, it feels almost like she's got a river flowing through her life. So it wouldn't be wouldn't be surprised if I saw water references here. Well, you've got the Chariot, water reference. You've got the Star, the water reference. You've got the Page of Swords, and you've got the Seven of Swords. Okay, so I worry a little right now, Patricia, because it feels like you're lagging. It feels like you're lagging. The Chariot is here, but for some reason you're not taking control and going forward. And it feels like you're kind of losing sight of your dream right now. And I think that you do need to regain your direction, do a little bit of soul searching, and decide which direction you want to go here. I worry when I see what's in front of you, because I see the Seven of Swords, but it's the Seven of Swords reversed. And sometimes the universe, if we don't move forward fast enough, the universe will send us something to nip at our butt and get us moving forward. So you need to get more active. You need to whatever it is you're saying. I'll do that someday. Someday was yesterday. You need to start moving forward in the way you know you need to. There's this idea of not moving forward fast enough and waiting for something else to happen before you put one foot in front of the other. And this one says just put one foot in front of the other before the universe kicks you in the butt. Okay.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading what Glenna Fay had said to me. Oh, I'm sorry, Glenna Fay. I mean, of course, we always like to. Our egos always like to hear when we were right. But I'm sorry for your sake. I really would have liked it better if he'd have been a good guy.
Well, maybe the next one is. Let's see what the cards say.
Okay, I will be happy to do that for you, Glenifa. And I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. Okay, so let's see. Love in April. Going to do a northeast, southwest. Okay, so as you're coming into the now, the cards are kind of saying, well, not all guys are horses' asses. Pardon my French. Okay, okay. I'm glad that you decided to put, because you put out that message to the universe that, you were available and you were open to dating. It's saying that there is more opportunities coming your way. And this is a really positive card to get. So you're coming into a more positive phase of your life. Yeah. Good, good, good. Don't be afraid to love. In the area of passion, it shows you dead center as being the fiery woman, the person who is passionate, which gets back to point 8. Not all men are asses. Okay, so you have the 5 of coins, and even though it's the 5 of coins reversed, I think the message here has more to do with the picture. The guy, kind of kissing your hand. And so what the cards are saying is you do have somebody coming in, and the chain of events starts to unfold in April, but this is somebody that you connect with in May. Okay, so keep the faith, Khalifa.
Speaking of connect with, why don't you guys give the sponsor to Trax a call to make an appointment with Sally to see her in person and get a reading live, one-on-one, face-to-face at a gorgeous spa here in Stratford, Ontario. The number is 519-272-1293. Our next question comes from Cindy. Is coming back from Florida. Smart move, Cindy.
Our drive from Florida back to Canada will be. Oh. That's a 75 that you take? Okay. So overall, you've got the world and you've got the wheel of fortune. So that's the overriding theme. So all in all, it was a good trip down to Florida. It's going to be good to be back home. There is a little bit of warning. You might have some delays. And there's number 999, almost complete, almost complete. So you might have some you might have a vehicle breakdown of some sort. I'm sorry. There's something that happens, but it's kind of like right before you get to the border. It's that feeling of being right there, almost crossing the border, and there's that delay. Yeah, there is a delay, but overall, the overarching truth is that this is going to be a good trip. Delays happen. Not the end of the world. Okay. Well, I'm glad you had fun in Florida.
We've got some people that definitely hate liver.
That definitely hate who? Oh, liver,
You were
liver.
asking about liver.
I
You should
was.
forget already. I'm the one drinking.
He's just having a beer, folks. He hasn't gotten falling down drunk. I'm just kidding. Okay. So,
Suzanne's having a rough day, I guess.
oh, Suzanne, you can you scroll it up a bit?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, another yuck. Okay, so
Hang on, folks. We lost our space here on the chat. So
okay.
Suzanne wants to know what's going on. She was kind of scattered today, and I'm to go easy on her. Where's my whip sound effect?
Can you scroll it up a little bit? We're not quite there yet. Okay. Yeah, we're here.
There we go.
Hello all. I was scattered today, not sure if I was coming or going. Oliver, go gem on me. Okay.
Welcome, all newbies. We're here every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We take your questions via chat, live, or you can send them to us via email, and we'll get to those at the beginning of the show.
Right. Okay. So I just wanted to mention that it's April 24th. There is going to be the event for Divine Angel Readings, which is Brother Medium Chris, my cousin in the KW area, and that will be in Breslau, which is right close to Kitchener. And that's Saturday 24th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay. And I hope y'all go down there and say hi to Chris. So, I guess Suzanne, she didn't really ask a question, but I'll see how you're doing. I'm sure you're doing just fine. Eva hates liver too. Does anybody out there like liver?
She didn't ask a question because she asked for 2 weeks ahead last time.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, and you've got some big kind of things happening in your life right now. I can see why you were scattered because the energies are all like universal energies, and there's kind of a shift happening here. Okay, so this is a good time for you to practice your meditation and your calmness. Know that there is in this confusion, there's always opportunity in confusion, and the Fool is reminding you of that. And the Fool is reminding you to always be optimistic, no matter who's biting you on the leg. And that, as long as you don't, there's this idea of good judgment being rewarded. So show good judgment, stay calm, stay optimistic, and know that you've got the Emperor. And I really think this has to do with your father, that reminder that he's not as strong as he used to be. Okay, so there are big time universal forces at play in your life, Suzanne. Make sure you meditate. Stay calm. It'll all be all right. All right, so
Next, we have Sonia, who wants to know how
yes.
much longer she'll be in the homeless shelter.
Oh my goodness. Not long, I hope. So we're going to see what my old friends, the Scapini Tarot, has to say about it. All right. They're giving me the 9 of Cups, and I'm just going to go like this and put 3 more. So when you get the 9 of Cups, that's a wish card. And that kind of came sailing out of my hand. So I don't think that you have too long. I think this is something that can be measured, not in months, that's for sure. More weeks or days. Okay, so good. Keep the faith, hang in there. Never forget why you ended up in the homeless shelter, because you're kind of being reminded that somebody let you down. Not you, although you're being a little hard on yourself right now, Sonia, but you're there because somebody else failed you. And there's this idea that the universe is watching out for you and your prayers are being heard. There is an opportunity coming forward, and you will be out of that homeless shelter. I get that 9 as being like dead on as far as timing goes. So my guess is that probably April 9th. Yeah, April 9th. And there's also that idea that the year ahead shows you in charge and control of your life. So this has been a journey for you, but it's also been a journey that's freed you from some bad influences and has showed you just what you were made of and just what you can do. You know, basically showed you your own strength.
So apparently we missed Chris's questions, which I haven't found. So.
Oh, no, he sent them to me ahead of time.
Oh.
And he wanted to know how the event was going to go.
All right.
So the April 24th event that I've been telling you all about. Make sure you go out and see. Check out his merch. See how it goes. Why you're there in the first place. Okay, so worry a little bit about your motives there. Okay, but then we have the East and things coming in. And again, we've got these major arcana cards. So it does look like it puts you in charge and it sends you in a new direction. So regardless of what happens on the day of, this is a new good direction for you. Passion. The passion is right there. Again, I worry that it might not live up to the hype, but when the cards are coming in and saying, this is a good thing for you to do, this is a good place, this is a good pursuit for you, regardless of how it turns out, plan for future events like this. And then when we go forward, yeah. It might not be $1 million opening, but it's enough one to make it worth your while to plan another event and keep moving forward that way. See if you can't get something over the summer. Okay. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for asking.
Next we have Howard.
And hi Howard. And can you scroll up a little bit? My question for this week is, will history repeat itself and give me another wonderful blessing? Okay. Okay. Howard and the blessings in life. North, east, north, east, and west for Howard. Okay, so I worry a little bit about the King of Cups, and I feel like that's you. Maybe you might be I really feel like I'm picking up something about blood. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. But I just got a feeling that when that card showed up, it's talking about you watching your health and watching your sleep and the sort of things that would drive your blood pressure up. Yeah, as you're coming into this weekend, the first part of the week, you might find that getting people to cooperate is a little bit like herding cats. And the reminder there is, keep in mind everybody has a different reason for being in some place, different motives. And so if you find people are reluctant, step back and ask what their motives are and what motivates them and what their piece of candy is in the situation. And that's going to help you to deal with people a little bit more effectively. Yes, it looks like you got, in the area of passion, you got that Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a good new beginning, so it looks like you might have a blessing coming your way. Okay, so you have the Two of Coins, but when I look at the Two of Coins reversed, it's not so much about making a decision, but maybe regretting a decision you made. And I can tell you, no regrets ever, ever, ever. A bad decision is better than indecision. Okay, so thank you for tuning in, Howard. And who's next?
Lashika is next.
Hi. Oh, General reading for this month, of course you can have a general reading for this month.
Focus.
Yes, yes, yes. General reading for Lashika. General reading for this month. I worry a little bit about the cards being reversed, and they're good cards, but it feels like you might be coming into this month a little bit low energy. And as you're coming out of the month, it feels like you're kind of in a healing mode. So I don't think this might not be the best month of the world for you, but it's 99.9% having to do with this low energy kind of thing. So whatever you can do to build your energy up, please do so, because it says that there are opportunities to move forward. But again, if you don't grab them, somebody else is going to grab them. When I look at as you're coming into it, there's this message. The strength is telling me that you need to be confident. And there's this phrase, fake it till you make it. Even if you don't feel confident, exude confidence anyhow. Pretend to be confident, even if you don't feel confident. That's going to help you quite a bit. And then you have the moon, and the moon is in the area of your passion, and it's reversed. And usually when the moon's reversed, it talks about information coming out. It talks about secrets being revealed. It talks about being exposed in a bad way. So this is a really good time for you to keep in mind that when I look at this card, I get this idea of surveillance. So I would be very careful about work and keep in mind that for some reason this month they're watching everybody. So there's some sort of an audit. There's some sort of a behind the scenes look at everybody's work, because it almost feels like cameras in the workplace looking at you, watching what you're doing. And that idea that this is a time for you to be a little bit more assertive about how you present yourself. There might be opportunities coming up and they just don't realize that you want them. But I feel like because these cards are here, no matter what, you can turn it around. By being a little bit more confident, you can grab a hold of the opportunities that are around. The other people don't really deserve them. By showing confidence, you can stand up to any situation that's in front of you, because I worry a little bit about the bully factor that's around you, especially when I see that idea of surveillance. I see that right here for some reason. But again, confidence, and don't cover anybody's work. Keep in mind, everything's being watched, everything's being surveilled. Behave as such. And it shows me that by the end of the month, you could be on the healing end side of things. Okay. So thank you.
All right.
What does my XR think about me? I never really got the closure. Thanks.
Before we get to that, let's pick a card.
Oh, ooh, pick a card. Pick a card. I love pick a card. And we choose the crystal deck, the crystal oracle deck.
It's one of our favorite segments of the week.
Yes. That way I know everybody's gotten some kind of a reading. So we're going to pull 3 cards, and everybody picks one. The card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So which card resonates with you this week? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? You pick card number 1? If you did, your crystal for this week is a psychic shield of protection. And with a psychic shield of protection, it means protect yourself. Watch out for your own good. Anytime you're in a frustrating or adversarial situation this week, stop and think, what is in my best interest? Okay, so when this psychic shield of protection comes up, you got to protect yourself. Okay, so did you pick card number 2? You pick card number 2, then your crystal for this week is cleanse. So the word cleanse, it's time for a spring cleaning, but the idea of cleaning, especially cleaning with purpose, is to clear out room for other things to come in your life. There's an old spell, if you will, if you want to use that word. You can use anything you want, but an old ritual to, bring new things into your life. You go to a closet and you clean it out specifically to make room for new things. And it's just a symbolic kind of thing to do. This is a week for you to decide what's important to you and what's not. And if it's not important, get rid of it. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your crystal for this week is kyanite. And I love kyanite. It's just got such awesome energies. It's actually, I have powdered kyanite in my runes because it has such protective energies to it. It's a good stone for communication. This is a good week for communication. I know the word says cutting cords. I guess I could see that with kyanite, but more so, I see this almost Teflon feel to it. So it is saying that this week you are protected. Okay, so thank you for doing it for that. We were actually thinking of maybe doing some pick 3s for the week. Afterwards, maybe a pick 3 for your crush or a pick 3 general reading. What do you think?
Pick fee for your crush.
Yes.
Also, we need you guys to let us know what kind of content you want on the channel.
Yes.
We're throwing a bunch of stuff around, and so we'd love your input.
Very much.
Back to Ankita.
Yes.
Who's wanting her ex back or not back, or...
Oh my goodness.
Time for the runes, I think.
Time for the runes, indeed. Everybody knows how I feel about that whole taking exes back, or it's our friend Richard Ravenhawk said that taking back an ex is sort of like taking a shower and putting on dirty underwear afterwards. And that's probably about right. Okay, so your ex. Let's see. Oh, that feels right. Okay, so give it a toss. Okay, so right here, and I know you didn't get closure because right here it says, love just kind of ran away there. And right here with that harvest, it does say you didn't get the closure. You don't know why it failed. You don't know why it fell on its face so much. Okay, and yeah, you will get the chance to find out. When I see how this ends, you've got serendipity, but you have to actually have the past coming back to haunt you. So yeah, you'll find out what the next chapter of his life is. It's got a real karma feel to it. So once you've gotten over this and done your healing, it's kind of like you'll find him in a really bad situation kind of thing, or karma will let you see him get karma. Will let you see that he has gotten bad karma. He was a toadstool to you.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's saying that right now, relax and heal, because the universe wants to send you better things around home and family. And it's talking about this expansion of home and family and success. And I really don't believe it's with this fleeting love. And wasn't his initial actually R?
Yes.
Yeah. He's in the wind, but you've got a successful cycle of your life coming up, and it does talk about you know, being more grounded and more rooted around home, new beginnings and success. And when I look at the summer ahead, as you go into the summer ahead, you are going to feel more blessed. So this idea of not getting closure and feeling restless of it, that fades in time. It fades, it fades, it fades. You find someone new who's decent and good and patient. And then over the summer, it feels like the universe really wants to bless you. And it looks like work goes a little bit better. So the universe is making sure you got a little bit more money in your pocket. Yeah. So yeah, you'll run across him, but it's after you found your own success and actually moved on and healed.
All righty then.
Yeah, it's one of those things where
Healing. Yes. Well,
life
that was
life
to be
will
expected
show
when she
you.
had no closure. She needs healing.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Go ahead, heal, get your success, and know that someday, someday, karma will make sure you see him in all his losership.
Losership. Wow.
Yeah.
Ron would like to know about a job. Apparently, he's been looking for a while. Welcome all the new ones that are coming here. We're here every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, to answer your questions live. If you can't be here and you'd still want your questions answered, send us an email and we get to them at the beginning of the show every week. And you can just watch the show back after we're done live.
Yes. And remember, if you want to see your queen in person, call me at the spot. Call the spot near the tracks to make an appointment.
519-272-1293 in beautiful Stratford, Ontario. It is a gorgeous spa. Everything is perfectly clean and pristine and just a beautiful, beautiful, quiet, serene environment for readings and, well, spa treatments, of course.
Of course.
And on to Ron and his job.
Yes, but I wanted to say one more thing.
Oh.
Because the spa is readings during the day. I'm on the days that I'm in, and then the days that I'm on the schedule, it's between 10 and 2. But if you're looking for an after hours reading, reading after work or whatever, I can do readings online. And to schedule a reading online with your Queen of Ooga Booga, just send an email to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com.
I need to make a graphic for that. Can Ron get his reading now?
Of course you can, Ron. Okay, so. And Ron wants to know about a job for Ron. The short answer is yes. For the end of the month. Yes, you'll be working for it with a woman. Okay, so this 9 of Wands in the area of your passion, it's 9 of Wands reversed. It's talking about certain stubbornness, and even when you ask the question, I just got this feeling like you're digging in your heels, like I absolutely won't do this, I won't do this, I won't do this, and it's kind of like the universe is saying yes, you will, yes, you will, yes, you will. So there's a standoff between you and the forces, the hand of fate in what you will and won't do. So there's that idea of kind of the defensiveness, the I won't, I can't, I don't want is falling away, and it's helpful to you. So yes, you will find a job, and yes, it puts you in a healthier position. Okay, so you have the 5 of Swords, and that's kind of how things flow going forward. And the thing that worries me about the 5 of Swords right there, and with the 9 of Wands, is I worry a little bit about negativity. And so negativity is toxic. Don't let it come into your mouth. Don't let it come into your heart. Don't let it come into your thoughts. The universe is trying to reward you here. So, yes, you will get a job, but the question is, will you take it? Please do. Okay. So, who's next? Okay. There was somebody before Loving Laura.
Marcy is next. She wants to know what is the best date for returning Ontario, the 16th or the 23rd?
16th and the 23rd. Turn to Ontario. Okay, so I'm not sure how to. Okay, so that would be one card. The 23rd. Got 3.
And next we have Mitchell.
Hi, Mitchell. And Mitchell would like a general on job and love. Okay, so let's just see the northeast, southwest of you. Okay, so north, east, south, and west for Mitchell. And your grounding is in the 6 of coins. So it is kind of it looks like things are starting to happen a little bit. And I wonder if maybe because you're looking at both job and love, and it feels to me like you're maybe reaching a little higher in both areas. My guess is that I might be looking at somebody who's maybe in their early 20s or something like that, because there's this idea of anticipation and things, doors that have been shut for you before are open now. Okay, so east, the messages that are coming in. Whoever's telling you to wait or wait for things to get better, I don't think that's quite the right message. You need to focus on what's actually there. Okay, so in the area of love, I've got to say that if somebody is making you wait and if somebody's leading you on, it's time for you to move on to somebody else. Don't let your heart be toyed with. And I'm worried that might be what's happening. Ooh. Yeah. You've got in the area of passion, you've got the most fiery ace there is, the Ace of Wands. And it says that you can overcome your lack of confidence. You can overcome all of this. This is time for you to grab the opportunities that are in front of you. Even if you are shy, pretend you're not. Okay, and then how things flow. You've got the 9 of coins, and even when it's reversed, it still says that you are on a good path going forward. I just worry a little bit about your own confidence in yourself. So relax, enjoy, grab the opportunities that life is handing to you, and know that if the opportunity is put in front of you, it's your opportunity. Anybody that's telling you to wait does not have your best interest in mind, and is somebody that you should leave in your rearview mirror. Don't wait for anybody. Okay, thank you, Mitchell.
Our next question comes from Desmond.
Hello, Desmond.
Will
Of
Desmond have
course
a
I can tell
career
you
in
the
the
truth.
music industry? I'm listening to this song right now, and it's really cool.
Okay, so make sure everybody go listen to Astrology by Des on YouTube. Well, of course, after you're done watching your queen. Okay, Des, let's see.
This is really catchy.
Okay, northeast, southwest here. So you have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a new beginning, a new perspective here. I get the feeling that this is a secondary person, this black cat. It makes me wonder if you have an agent of some sort, because it feels like with the help of a third party, you can move forward, but feels like you need a little bit of help here. And then we look at the East, the messages that have been coming in. You haven't been getting enough feedback. And that does get discouraging because you feel like you're selling, it's all falling on deaf ears. So You didn't get deaf ears today. We did like your song. Okay, so it might be time for you to find another venue too. Move beyond YouTube. Although I think that you should. I love YouTube, but look for another way as well. You might be putting all your eggs in one basket because there's this idea of being a little bit stuck, and yet you have the right inspiration. You have the right sound. You show up as a Queen of Wands. So this is a good thing. This is a fiery thing. The song itself is fine. You just need a little bit of help moving forward and getting yourself out of dead center. Yeah, yeah. And the final card, the way things are flowing, you've got the Chariot. And the Chariot is a 7. And I think that's telling me that things move forward for you in July. So find yourself representation, but know that you've got something really good here. And that's the truth. And thank you for tuning in, Desmond.
Back in my DJ days, I would have totally made that on one of my sets there. This song is so catchy. I stopped listening a couple minutes ago, and I'm still grooving to it. Next, you have Laura.
Hi, Laura.
A general reading for the month.
Okay. Loving Laura. A general reading for the month. So, of course, we'll keep doing the Northeast, Southwest. I almost feel like changing tarot decks. And speaking of tarot decks, I think some of you remember your queen got into trouble with the producer a few weeks back regarding a certain tarot deck. And I want to let you know that I have taken the initiative and I've replaced that deck. And I will replace every deck that you've given me that I've given away.
Yay.
That's okay. It's a really nice deck. It's tarot for kids. We'll use it next week, and it's just got such a simplistic artwork to it. So it's just a beautiful deck. Okay, so we are looking
at Laura for the month.
General for the month. You've got some decisions coming up, and when I look at this, it's kind of there was this old song, did you ever have to make up your mind? And when I look at this month, you might find yourself torn between two lovers. And the problem being is that if you could just take them and smush them together into one person, they'd be perfect. But quite frankly, this is the time, maybe, if neither one of them really fills your wish list enough for you to be satisfied with just them, don't you think it's time for you to let both of them go and start something new? This is the month coming ahead. You've got a lot of decisions to make, and what this Two of Pentacles is saying is make sure you know yourself. Pick what feeds your heart. But these two guys that you're juggling, no, none of the above. Neither one of them. Go for something new. And when I look at your passion, you've got the Empress. And so you like to be in a relationship. You like to be treated like a queen. You do have a period of growth coming in. With the Empress, there's also fertility. And we know what can come with the fertilities. Something that cries and needs diapers. So be very, very careful with your birth control until you get the one or the other worked out. But this is the month to do it. By the end of the month, it'll be one, the other, or neither. I'm voting on neither. Okay. And Simple Thing would like a general reading for the year. And of course you can have a general reading for the year. And I'm actually going to pull the runes for that. And then I think we'll move on to the back to my Pamela Coleman Smith deck. But we'll pull some runes for the year.
Patricia, would you even know what to do with a guy if you got one?
You and the lottery, Patricia. Oh, quit paying poverty tax. You're telling the universe you want to be poor. Okay, so simple thing. I threw some runes for you, and when I look at what's going on, wow, you've got some fate runes coming into the early part of the year. Just seeing if you got all of them, because you certainly have the present and the past. I'm surprised I didn't see the future, but it does tell me this is okay. So this is a time for you to focus in on the present. And when I look at Thor's ass and the past together, these two together, it's just saying that this is a good time. This is a good year, especially when you get into early summer, to let go of grudges, especially the ones that you've been holding on to the hardest. Let them go, let them go, let them go, like that Disney song. Let it go. Is the general theme for this year is moving forward, and getting a handle on the truth. And it's also saying that this can be a very I guess the word we're looking for is serendipity, but I can't think of the adjective. Serendipitous. This could be a very serendipitous year for you, especially in the area of love, because the universe wants to bring growth to your family and growth and success to you job wise. But it's also saying make sure that you learn the lessons of the past and don't let them come back to haunt you in the future. So that whatever that toxic bit that you're carrying, you need to let go of it. It's, sometimes we get so angry or so upset with somebody that we just can't let it go. And that toxic pill just impacts everything around us. And you've got some kind of a toxic pill like that around you, and you definitely have to let it go. Don't look for resolution. Just let it go, because the universe wants to send you good things. It wants to send you success. It wants to send you love, and it wants to bring good things family and home wise for you. You should have a really good summer, both work wise and relationship wise. It does look like family and home. There are some roots coming here. It wouldn't surprise me. I didn't see Burkana. I didn't see the baby here. But I do feel like when I look at it during the summer, that you've got a new life coming into your life. Maybe not a baby, but maybe a new pet or something like that. But it feels like summer's bringing you something to love and relationship, but that's two different things. It says that as you go into the fall and as you go into the winter, again, make sure that you have a plan for 2023. Know what you want, be clear about it, because you're coming out of this year on a strong footing, and so it's a good time to make plans for next year. So you're on a strong footing next year as well. And that's the year for you.
Well, there you go, simple thing. It ain't no thing. Next, you have Cupcake.
Hey, Cupcake.
How does Daniel feel about Cupcake?
Oh no, I love cupcakes.
Sagittarius versus an Aquarius.
Was my dad a Sagittarius? No, I think he was. No, he was a Sag. My dad and my mom was a Sagittarius Aquarius mix. She ended up just. They said that Annie blew the way Bill blew,
My brother's a Sagittarius, and all I can tell you is that they tend to aim true.
Okay, and I guess what I'm trying to tell you, Cupcake, is with your Sagittarius, you might have to adjust your behavior sometimes. He might be a little bit he might be a little bit stormy at times, where you have to be kind of that cool down. Okay,
So like me.
Honey, there's nobody like you on the face of the earth.
That's right. I broke my own mold.
That's right. Okay. So, how does Sagittarius Daniel feel about me? One more show. Daniel and Cupcake. He doesn't like. Okay, so, well, I see Daniel's been hurt. Um, okay, so when you ask how Daniel feels about you, I worry a little bit about what's going on inside of Daniel. Because, there's being hurt and there's being hurt. And sometimes you've got guys that will stay hurt because because it brings out the Florence Nightingale with us, If some guy is hurt and I've been hurt in the past, we're so anxious to heal them. And I think that it might be a good idea if you do a little bit of reverse psychology with Daniel. Just because he has a pattern here, and I think that you might be able to break the pattern. And if it breaks a relationship, so be it. But I'm just kind of giving you a heads up. This guy's got a pattern. He makes you feel sorry for him. So you invest in him emotionally without him investing back. And that's what the problem is. Not how he feels about you, it's how he acts. Okay, so I hope that was helpful information. I know it wasn't what you were looking for, but I am being honest with you. I am telling you that if you it sounds like you really like Daniel and everything, it's time for you to see what happens if you change the rules of the game a bit.
All right. Next, we have Michelle who wants a general reading.
Oh, sure, Michelle. Okay.
It's a little bit after 10 o'clock. We'll do a few more readings before we call it a night.
Yes, I still have a couple of videos to do. Okay, so, oh, sorry. Okay, itchy nose. And Michelle wanted a general reading?
Yes, she did.
Okay, so as you're coming into the now, you've got the Page of Cups reversed. So it's kind of been a bad news cycle for you. I wonder if you've had some kind of an illness, maybe a miscarriage or something along those lines. Because it just feels like you're riding in on a sad wave. But you're right, moving forward. Basically, this year is about bringing together family, friends. So you are kind of rooting yourself in a new life, in a new community. All these are basically positive cards. When I look at your base, at your passion, you're ready to start something new, and you're ready to see family and friends come together in a positive way. And as I look forward to the flow of things in the future, you're shown as the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who speaks their mind and speaks their truth, but people listen to. And I see that happening for you as you go forward. So overall, I think you're actually headed in a pretty good direction here. Okay.
Okay, so next we have, I lost my spot.
Well, I think we're looking at Kelly Saunders.
Yes, I think you're right. We are looking
Yeah.
at Kelly. Suzanne, the deck is available. It is called the Medieval Scabini deck. It is on Amazon Canada. I know that because I'm looking at it.
And I really like that. It's one of the few decks where I don't tell you to throw away the little white book. The little white book that comes with it was written by the artist, not Stuart Kaplan. So he tells you why he uses certain imagery and why he uses certain drawings. So it's a really good way to connect with the deck. I've had that deck 30 years, and it's been a very good friend to me. Okay, so back
And if
to
you
Kelly.
can't get it through Amazon, it is published by US Games Systems Inc., which have their own website. Just Google US Game Systems.
Okay, so Kelly wants to know, may I have a reading for my dad for this week? Okay, Kelly. So Kelly and her dad. Kelly's dad. I'm just going to do a 3-card spread on your dad. See how things are going. So we start out with the Ten of Swords, which he's not starting on a very good note. I think maybe he's already having some health problems, some pain issues. Does he have Yeah, and some stiffness in that. Does he have maybe a bad back or some arthritis or something along those lines? Because I'm just seeing pain and stiffness around him as he's coming into this part of his life. So you have the Three of Cups reversed. So yeah, he's. I think that he's feeling a little bit down because he just feels like he's really he's dealing with these pain and mobility issues, so it's hard for him to be chipper and upbeat. And so that's where you come in. Keep his chin up, keep his attitude positive because I think that he's when you're in just the feeling that I get, when you get older and when you do get a little bit of arthritis, sometimes you have to walk through the pain and you have to work through the pain to keep your mobility. I think that's might be what he's going through here. Keep in mind, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor. I'm not, I'm not giving you health advice. I'm just telling you what the cards have to say.
Well, look at that. We're almost at the end. Oh, we got some latecomers coming in here now. Aditi wants to know about the next 3 months.
Okay.
Then we got
Next month.
Goalie wants to know information about an exam. And Chehoti wants to know about spirit guidance.
Okay, so
And those will be the last 3.
okay, so the first one.
Aditi,
Okay,
next 3 months.
Next 3 months. Okay. Oh, 18 the next 3 months. Well, as you come into this 3 month period, which basically goes around the spring, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, but it's the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So I think you've had a little frustration. You are experiencing frustration, not getting forward career wise the way you want to. And it feels like it doesn't feel like you're really giving the opportunities. You might have to make your own opportunities. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is a time for you to move. There's this idea of moving to calmer waters and this idea of moving forward, and it could actually be a physical move. But the thing with the move is that they're really stressful and all that. So you're going into a phase of your life where things are changing in a way where it's not so easy to move forward. So your passion, oh, good, good, good. You are a passionate person. You do. There is an entrepreneur. There is somebody with vision. There is somebody with passion. There is somebody with energy here and moving forward. So as far as this sort of stuff and making your own opportunity, you definitely have the passion and the energy to do this. So whatever obstacles you're having right now, break through them. Might hurt a little bit, but break through them anyway. Yeah, okay, so you did say the next 3 months. So we're going May, June, July. Okay, so it is giving me actually a little bit longer, and I feel like that because I feel like I'm getting timing here. That when I talk about moving and changes, that you might be, even though you know about it in advance, the actual physical moving might happen in June. So that's almost 3 months up the road. And when I look at where it's headed for you, you've got the Hermit, and the Hermit's a good card for solitary success. And I like to see that, especially when you're starting the period going, how can I move forward? How can I get ahead? And here it shows you really succeeding a lot more than you expected. So go ahead, whatever you're pushing forward with, keep pushing forward with it, but also know that you need to think about what's next.
Next, we have Goalie who wants some information about strategies for an upcoming exam.
Okay. Upcoming exam and strategies for an upcoming exam. I feel like this is something that I should do 3 cards for.
I feel like I'm mispronouncing that name.
Are we mispronouncing your name, Goalie?
It's probably Golly.
Golly? Okay. Okay, so you're putting a lot of stress on yourself. And so it's kind of like all the things you're doing too much. You're putting too many restrictions on yourself. There's just too much stress because it's saying, let go of some of these things that you're doing right now. Yeah, instead of trying to study on your own, talk to an advisor. There's class advisors, whatever. I'm assuming with the word exam that you have some sort of a class advisor, but it feels like there's a professional who will sit down and talk to you and advise you on ways to work smarter, not harder, because it feels like you're working awfully hard and not very smart right now. So your goal means finding a professional and listening to that professional. And then the end result, Knight of Pentacles, you're there holding whatever the reward is of winning the exam, whether it's a diploma or whatever on the wall. So whatever the prize is, I see you getting it. And the thing with the Knight of Pentacles, he's kind of like the tortoise, and the tortoise in here. The slow and steady wins the race. Get yourself a little help here. It's there to be had. Don't do it all on your own. And you should succeed. Thank you.
All right. One last one. Chihote wants some spiritual guidance.
Chihote. I think about the guy on the Voyager. Chihote, wasn't it?
I believe yes.
Yes. Well, thank you. I like that Star Trek. Thank you for making me think of it. Okay. Spirit guidance for Chihote. I get a feeling from you and it's before I cut cards, but I get this feeling that you might be measuring yourself with somebody else's moral compass. And it might be beneficial for you to stop doing that and start, you know what your moral compass is. Start following your own moral compass. Okay, so what else does Spirit have to say to you? There's that idea of the Queen of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's fruitful, but there's that idea of also, there's an idea of not just productivity, but of gratitude. And so there's the idea that there are blessings around you. There are reasons for you to be grateful, and gratitude is, they're saying you're not meditating enough. You need to be grateful more because you have a lot of things to be grateful to. But they say that you may have fallen down a little bit on your meditations or whatever, because they're saying you're not paying enough attention to them. And it's almost like spirit guides are saying that you gave their time to Facebook. Okay, so then in the area of your passion, they're reminding you that the mistakes of the past, the foibles of the past, the foolishness of the past, don't let that stop you from enjoying the things that life is putting in front of you right now. It feels like you're being given a lot of it feels almost like there's a banquet in front of you, and you're afraid to do things because you're afraid you'll get hurt again. You're afraid you're gonna look foolish again. And the Spirit's saying, don't look to the past, look to the present, and also spend some more time with us. And then going forward, you have the Ten of Wands, and that again is this. Well, that is that message. When you see the Ten of Wands, you see somebody who's overburdened themselves. And so basically what your spirit guides are saying is be grateful, spend more time in meditation. Don't let the past scare you from trying new things, scare you from trying things again. And also, don't overburden yourself. You know, the thing with that card is sometimes they'll tell you if you can plant 12 oak saplings in your front yard, but you can't grow 12 oak trees. So if you start a bunch of projects at once, you are going to find yourself overburdened. So a little bit more planning, and your spirit guides definitely want to spend some more time talking to you. Okay.
If you would like a reading from Sally in person, contact the Spa Nerd Attracts in Stratford, Ontario at 519-272-1293. If you would like a reading from Sally virtually, send us an email at queenofoogaboga@gmail.com. Well, this has been another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live. Any last words, Sally?
No, make sure you watch my YouTube channel for some upcoming videos this week. We're going to do at least 2 and possibly 3, depending on how much energy I have. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.